are my people for this first round? Hey everybody, my name's Francis, and I found out I was training at trade show last night, so there we go. Alright, so before I go to trade show, one way to prep is just to find out what it is, who are their target audience, and so you're prepared, right? Like you're prepared in terms of like what you're gonna put out there, what you're gonna do as a conversation starter, that kind of stuff. But generally what I bring to my trade show is my kit, the current say yes and activation offer, and whatever attractive host gift or big product item that we currently have. So it kind of varies for me, but generally it's the host gift and all about the recruiting aspect of Tupperware. Then I also add maybe a conversation piece, like the chop and prep or shape-o toy, anything that seems very attractive. Or if it's a mom and me event, I'll put some toys in there, a new Team Omizumi kind of thing, so that they'll come to my table just to kind of attract them in. I've also done where I would put in a little bit of a box where it's kind of like a door crasher kind of thing for my table, but I don't always do that. But I've done that just depending on if it's a what do you call it, flea market kind of thing, just to know the vibe of the people that's visiting. I know that they're gonna ask for like, oh, what kind of door crasher do you have? What kind of like items that I can cash and carry? But I don't do it that often, but I have added it in. One thing to note when you go to your trade show is that you need to know what your goals are. Are you looking for more parties? Are you looking for more team members? And if this is a local trade show or outside of town trade show, that also varies in terms of how you're going to approach it too, right? Like if you're local, then you can totally be more gung-ho on hosting parties, booking parties from that trade shows, because it's easier to do a home party locally. If it was an out-of-town trade show, I have been more focused on building a team in that city or town, because it's harder for me to travel because I don't travel for parties. And so yeah, I would rather have a new team member there, train them how to do a party, and then go from there. So before I go, I would position what are my target goals, and that's how I measure my success. I would not be it's very rare for me to bring stock, because I'm not there to sell Tupperware. I am there to educate people about what it means to start a Tupperware business and what it means to host a party and what they're gonna get out of it. Feel free to ask questions anytime. I have 15 minutes on this training. Oh, you go first.
Do you ever do like a draw, like a win my prize type of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't do like a package.
Okay.
Because often I would draw the kit, or I would draw something like a surprise pack too. Like it doesn't have to be like a setup, because I don't like to kind of put too much work into preparing for a trade show in terms of like, oh, I have to wrap this package when I already have a good display already. Just give them an idea. Hey, this is a huge package. You can get this, like for dating, or $100 price pack of what is the current sale or that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's very rare for me to put a fluff around my table kind of thing. I don't have this on my table. This is part of the display, but oftentimes I'll just have just the current bag and current say yes poster on a desktop kind of display. What do you call those? Yeah, and just like a small one of those plastic ones that you insert flyers in. So I just have those kind of put around it, and then something attractive to just say, hey, free. This one's free, especially all of these items was free for birthday month. So I would just be putting the word free. It's more visual for people. It attracts people. What's free? And I mean, not everything is yes right away, right? But it gets them to your table. The other thing I don't do is I very rarely sit at my trade show. So I'm prepared to interact with the people who come visit.
Do you stand, because we just did a trade show, Heather and I, and we stood behind the table, But does it make a difference if you're behind the table or in front of the table?
I'm basically here,
Okay,
Yeah.
because we noticed we were behind the table and
and you end up going like this.
no, but it was like, because we were conscious, we didn't sit down, but we found that we would watch other people, like other people with booths, and some seem to be more successful. I couldn't even talk today. We got ya. Anyways.
You know what's on your mind.
If they're in front, then they seem to gather more people than if they were behind. So I just wanted to know what your preference was.
I'm usually all around because I like to kind of walk around, and especially when people are passing by, and if I'm right here, it's easy to say hi, you know, like it's just different for me. But you know, if it would work for you to be behind, and
It
just
didn't work.
interacting.
I think the next time what I learned from it was to stand in front.
See, I don't know that necessarily matters so much, but put resting bitch face away and smile.
Oh,
Because like
Yes.
those people that are just sitting
Yeah.
there, like, you know, with their table right beside them and like going like this, like, who the hell are you and why are you here? You're there to engage with people and be friendly and talk with them. So as long as that's how you were approaching the day,
yeah.
you know, and like
We
you
were
still-
having a lot of fun too, but I don't know, I just didn't know if it made a difference.
And Lori mentioned here too, you know,
Sometimes
don't be
it's
on
nice
your
to get
phone
away,
all
so
the
if you
time
are
as
getting
well,
to fill
right? You
things,
want to
there's the
be
table for them to fill out. So
Yeah.
if you're standing,
attractive
it
enough
just
to
depends
be.
on how you're.
Yeah.
You don't wanna go to a trade show and have tough that's in there, so some lady sitting there, you know, she's selling whatever, and she's sitting there crocheting, or she's not even paying attention to her table. Or on their phone, or
I think the
whatever, yeah.
vibe too of the event will help you determine where you should be.
Yeah.
Because if you're sitting in the back and you're not interested, people aren't going to be interested in you.
Yeah.
If you're in the front, that might be intimidating to some, and they might be like, "Oh, she's
Yeah.
going to talk to me," and then they'll
Yeah.
keep going, right? So it kind of depends on what the vibe
It
is.
depends on the booth space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
We were
too.
really, really tight. Like we were literally on top of our neighbors.
Yeah, and there's different ways. Like sometimes you get this table, sometimes you get like an L, right? Like I just go around. Like I like to be around. If I see that there's nothing, I'll go in front and talk to the
And what you
person
can
in
do is
front
like
of me.
push your table to the back of the booth and
Always.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah. If I have an
yourself a little bit
option,
more space.
that is the display. Because anytime there's a space behind my table, you usually gravitate there because that's a comfort zone, right?
Yeah.
You're behind something. So I always push my table there so I have more space for more people to come in. I want you to come in. You know, that's the reason I'm here. Don't be afraid, touch, feel, anything that's on my table, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's a point. Like even if it was if I have a chance to get a table by a wall, I always want that because I want that.
And I'm like you,
by a
like
wall.
I've done only a few trade shows, but walk around to other tables if you have time, because then that sees that you're interested in their stuff, then they come back to you.
Yeah.
So when people tell me that, you know, I ask people like, oh, how was your trade show or how was the trade show, and they say it's slow. To me, there's no slow trade show. There's just slow you. Right? Like it's just because you are in front of people. Take advantage of that fact because you could be at home sitting doing nothing, or you could be right here with 20 other people, businesses who are already there looking to make money. These are an opportunity for you to talk to them about a different way to make money. Although I don't necessarily go and say, hey, I have Tupperware, you want to make money with Tupperware? I don't do that right away. I just know that these people have the same inclination as I to make a business for myself. So I know that one thing alone, we have something in common. So then I talk to them, get to know them with the product, how long have they been doing this business that they're in as well. And then, you know, grab contact details and exchange. Hey, like, I know that my results vary between recruiting and parties, but when party happens, these are people from trade shows. And that's whether it was during the display or among other business vendors or your follow-up, but because this is a way where you actually had a chance to meet them and get to know them and had a one-on-one connection. You know, like even if it was 5 and 10 minutes. Which also goes back to the fact that you need to make a good impression to the people you meet, because a first impression does make a lasting impression. So dress, business, you know, like dress for success wherever you go, including when you're in a trade show. Always have your smile, always be approachable. Even if you have a coffee date, think about the good things that's happening. If you have positive thought in your trade show, you expect positive results. Just keep thinking of that because every time you talk to someone, you're always positive too. They don't want to party with someone who's just like, oh yeah, my day is crappy. You know, like who wants to party with you, right? Be smiley, be happy, and love the product you have in display. Be excited that of what's to come in birthday month. So that when you're excited, they're gonna be excited. Oh, like some people come to your table and they are not fun. I think Greg said something like she tries to approach the one who's not having fun because he wants to show you or that person that there are fun things in Tupperware and they want to be part of it, right? So showcase something that excites you. Talk about something that excites you so that you can get to your goals when you're at the trade show. Kind of missed part of that one. What are other things? I bring carrots and anything that's super easy to chop in my chopper, because if there is a lull moment, or sometimes some people would approach you, I have all the Tupperware in the world, then I'll say, hey, 1 second, I have something that I need to try. I don't know if you've tried it, but can you do something for me? And I'll grab my chopper and say, hey, like this one, try pulling this, like, and let me know what you think, right? And again, I just put like 4 or 5 carrots in there and let them roll it around. And trust me, you're not attracting the attention of just that customer, but everyone around them too. There's so many times where I have people who just never want to talk to me on the outskirts, but they're like, at the end of the show, they're like, hey, what is that thing that everyone was trying? So even if that one person says no, it's like, oh, I have it, yeah, it seems fun, but always know that someone's watching, right? Someone's watching, who's probably shy, who's also just as busy, but just paying attention. Showcase the product that just as could, yeah, like I said, showcase the product that's exciting to you. So yeah, I bring that with me all the time, carrots, or anything else that you have. And then of course I put the carrots in the fridge time so that it doubles as another conversation thing when you open it up. Because when people say they have too much Tupperware, pretty sure they don't have this, they don't have the grill, they don't have things that you need require demos, right? What else? I do have my lead slips all the time so that when the conversation is a close-ended conversation, or these are people that kind of ask more questions or you get to know, I use my lead slips for the draws or for things like if you really have no other things to talk about, I say, hey, don't forget, you know, all about my draws. Or I use my lead slips as well to kind of remember them. So once they write down their name and they hand out it, they always hand it to me. I don't want them to put them in the draw box. I want to get it first, and I would remember right away. Right?
That's so brilliant.
Yeah, we had that problem at our trade show. Like they would put them in the bowl, and then you would try to find out which one it is.
I know.
Yeah. So never. I often don't have, like I said, I don't have a draw box. Ooh, awesome. I don't have a draw box in my table. They hand it to me, and I would write quickly, oh, a mom of 3, she lives in PA, da 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 da, and then the next time I follow up, I know how to get the conversation started. I met you at this trade show, I remember that you're talking that your child is into this or whatever, I just, you know, I forgot to mention we have this. And then we roll whatever I want to get out of her party or something else, right? Or dangle a carrot and, hey, I have Timo Mizumi for free. But yeah, I always have this at my table. What else? Any other questions? I had 1 minute. Yeah. And
That's awesome. Don't have a robot. Because Francis, I have 3 huge Tupperware bowls of lead slips in them right now from the one I did, and I really don't know what I'm supposed to do with it. Like what?
call them.
I know that. So what would you do? Like when you get home, like what should be my next step?
So, you know, this doesn't always happen because like, you're all busy, but the sooner you call them, the excitement is still there.
Yeah.
And you remember it quickly, just the same way they remember it. Remember you, right? So the sooner you call it them, the better. However, if these are old slips, it's okay. And just say, hey, I remember we met over a trade show. And when I have my slips, so I kind of put them together and remember, like, hey, this is PA show 2018 or whatever, right?
And then I left to come here, so I'm like,
Hold on, Reda. So I would just say, when I call them, I say like, hey, I met you at this trade show a few months ago, and I totally forgot to, follow up with you and check in with you. I just want to make sure that you're still happy with your Tupperware, or like whatever it is that is in my notes, or like, and then want to let you know all about the great specials that we have. And my name is Tammy, and I wanted to connect with you. But yeah, you don't have, like, people, like, the longer you wait to, they don't really remember which trade show it is, so you can really say anything. But the point is that you call them, and then again, I use the same slip and say I follow up at this date, and left a voicemail or whatever it is, so that next time I follow up 3 months down the road, I still remember that I attempted to call them too. So those slips, I have a million slips in my house. You can actually organize them in one of those, yes, and then I would label them by when that show is and date and stuff, so that I can go back to them anytime I need parties. But Brenda, you had a question.
Just wondering, do we have in our album somewhere those follow-up calls that Laura used to do? Cause she
Probably
did,
business building information. There's, I think, options of like what to say and stuff
yeah,
like that.
cause she used to do those
That's
videos on following up on lead slips. I wasn't sure if
I
there
think
was
there
something.
might be a recorded call in that too. But yeah, there's like word options, I think, in business building information.
One thing to remember though is that just imagine yourself as if you were the one going to a trade show, and how would you react if someone was the one calling you, right? Like, would you be friendly or approachable on the phone if someone was just all over the sales for you, or that kind of stuff? So make sure your tone when you're calling them is how you'd like to be spoken to as well. Just remember, like, just be casual, be friendly. No one's gonna bite and eat you when you call and they don't like you, kind of thing. It's just important. But just remember that, okay?